What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Shift on YouTube. It is Francisco Rojas here. It's been a minute since I've done a video, so this feels a little refreshing. Of course, me and Nick Earnshaw, we have been working hard with the pods. We've been churning them out. Almost every week that we can. We're gonna try to really be consistent as we can until the end of the season here to give you guys the best content we can give. And check out our last pod where we were at Cooperstown. We had our good buddy Pete Inarato on. The great news anchor from KYW, who is also a huge baseball fan, has written about baseball in the past as well as big baseball guy. Watch that episode. Link to that will be in the description. So go make sure you watch that. So today I want to talk about 3 things to watch at the trade deadline. 3 things to watch regarding the trade deadline that is coming up in just a couple of days on August 1st. And a lot of things have happened, man. The Ohtani thing, Ohtani's off the trade market. We've already seen some trades. We've seen Lucas Giolito go to the Angels. I think it was yesterday. Kendall Graveman back to the Houston Astros. So some things already happening. And we'll see in the next couple of days. It could be a really stupid, dumb trade deadline, or it could be a fun one. There's a lot of, teams that are hovering around 500, the Cubs and the Padres, some of these teams that, hey, could have been sellers, going to be buyers, possibly, and the Mets, they're looking like sellers, already shipped off David Robertson to the Marlins. So I want to give you guys 3 things to watch at the trade deadline in just a couple of days. 3 things that stick out the most to me. So the first one would be Nolan Arenado to the Dodgers. He would be the biggest name, and it's kind of mixed reports. I mean, it looks like the Dodgers are being aggressive about it, but we don't know from the Cardinals side yet. So it's possible. Apparently the Cardinals are reportedly trying to get controllable pitching in return. That's according to Katie Wu from The Athletic. She's the Cardinals writer for The Athletic. And, she reported that the Dodgers would be trying to get controllable pitching in return. And the Dodgers have young pitchers, Bobby Miller, along with some others over there. So it's possible. It looks like it's possible, but we'll see in the next couple of days. But, biggest name on the trade market would be, for me. I mean, yes, Soto, but from what I've read, it's mostly unlikely. Same with Hader, Blake Snell would be kind of unlikely. So Arenado would be the biggest name on the market. It's going to be very interesting to watch. I mean, adding that Dodgers lineup, that'd be really fun to watch. The second thing for me, Cubs. The Cubs are an interesting dynamic. They're on a 7-game win streak. For what it's worth, plus 56 run differential. And that's, I think, top 5, top 4 somewhere in the National League. And, just dating back to a couple of weeks ago, they were 43-50 on July 17th. So, they were a team that were looking, it was going to look like they're going to sell, and they possibly could still sell. It's not just because they've had a 7-game win streak doesn't mean they might not sell. The reports are they're reconsidering selling. So it doesn't mean that. But it's really interesting because, you got Stroman, you got Bellinger. They're, reported to be big names on the trade market. But who knows? Who knows now, man? It's a couple of days away here. I think it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting to see what are the Cubs going to do in the next couple of days. A team that could make a push for the postseason, possibly in the wild card. I don't think they would. They could, but we'll see. The Cubs are in a really interesting dynamic. Will they do something with? Will they buy but also sell? Maybe Stroman's kind of had. Not the best 5 or the fast 5 or 6 starts haven't been great. Maybe they sell one of those guys, but they also try to buy. I mean, that's at least what I've seen and read is that's possible too. So the last one I have for you guys, I got some. There would be some honorable mentions, like the Padres and Mets. I think are definitely honorable mentions for me, and they're ones obviously everyone's watching. But the Baltimore Orioles, just because the Baltimore Orioles are a really young, fun team. One of the best records in baseball, and I think they might have the best record in the American League, them along with Tampa Bay. Really fun young team. Obviously, Adley, Gunnar, the back end of that bullpen with Felix Bautista and what's his name? Not CNL Perez. He hasn't been all that great this year. But whoever the other setup guy is nasty. It's Felix Bautista, and I forget the other guy's name. But they've been incredible at the back end of that bullpen. They've been great the last couple of years. So the Orioles are a fun one because I want to see what they're going to do at the deadline as far as starting pitching goes. Do they say, hey, we'll add some depth? I think that's what I saw Mike Eliash say recently, that they're going to try to add maybe some depth, but they didn't say they're going to go for a big piece. But I would like to see that. It would just be fun as a baseball fan. It would be fun. A young team. I don't think they could make a run at the World Series this year just because they have one of the best records in baseball. But we'll see. They're young and they're exciting. What could they add? Like a Verlander or Scherzer? Maybe a Stroman if the Cubs are willing to sell to get back some young pieces. I don't know. We know that Baltimore has that, but are they willing to sell that? So those are three things for me. Arenado, Cubs, Orioles. Those three subjects, whatever you want to call them there, those are the most exciting to me. So let me know. Comments, Twitter, @Rojas_media_. That's going to do it for me. We will talk to you guys soon. Me and Nick. Episode coming soon. So I'll see you guys soon.